Can you believe an entire NFL career lasted just 5 seconds? From the fastest touchdown to the heaviest player, the NFL has seen some crazy records over the years. Today, we're diving deep into some of the most unbelievable moments in the league, and you won't believe who holds the record for the shortest career. These records showcase the unpredictable nature of sports and the stories that make the NFL truly one of a kind. Ever wondered about the longest touchdown or the biggest loss in NFL? Or maybe the most expensive football shoes? Like the one held by Ryan Sutter, who was in the NFL for just 5 seconds. In 1998, Ryan was super excited for his first game at Meadowlands Stadium, but on his very first play, he hurt his shoulder while trying to stop a player. After just 5 seconds, his team, the Panthers, decided to let him go. That's the shortest NFL career ever. Though Ryan's brief moment on the field at Meadowlands Stadium marked the shortest NFL career ever, on the other end of the spectrum, Aaron Rodgers set an impressive record with the longest Hail Mary. How long? 61 yards. What a throw by Aaron. While Aaron's 61-yard throw stands as a testament to his skill on the field, in contrast, Adam Jones has set an unfortunate record off the field with his arrests, facing numerous challenges since his NFL debut in 2005. While Jones has the most arrests in the NFL, on a brighter note, someone kicked an amazing 66-yard field goal. Just imagine, the ball hits the post and goes in. Unbelievable! What's even crazier? Another team tried to beat this record the same day, but they didn't score and instead gave the ball to the other team. While not all records revolve around scoring, the Cardinals made a mark with an impressive return. Even if the Cardinals didn't break the field goal record, they helped set the longest touchdown return of 109 yards. We couldn't run that distance, no matter how hard we tried. From setting weight records to impressive runs, the NFL has seen it all. Aaron Gibson set the record for being the heaviest player in the NFL. Growing up, he faced many challenges and often didn't know where his next meal would come from. In college, he began to eat a lot, and this continued into his NFL days. He weighed a record 480 pounds. But after meeting someone special, he lost an amazing 110 pounds. Go Aaron! Speed is of the essence in football, as proven by the fastest touchdown ever. Now, let's talk about the quickest touchdown ever. In a game against the Cowboys, the Eagles tried a surprise move, but it backfired when the Cowboys scored in just 3 seconds. That's a moment we'll likely never see again. In a league of constant change, Josh Johnson is always on the move. Josh Johnson has played for more teams than anyone else. Since 2008, he's been with 14 teams. That's a new record. He seems to switch teams all the time. And yeah, sometimes fashion and football intersect in the most unexpected ways. Can you believe it? Odell Beckham Jr. wore the most costly cleats in NFL history. In 2022, OBJ wanted to make a statement in the sneaker world. He teamed up with a top shoe designer from Los Angeles, adding 150 grams of 14-karat gold and a special Nike logo made from 1,525 carats of diamonds. These flashy shoes cost him a jaw-dropping $200,000. Talk about making a grand entrance. In the world of sports, it's never truly over until the final whistle. Let's switch gears and talk about unforgettable moments. Remember the Vikings' massive comeback against the Colts in December 2022? Down 33-0 by the third quarter, many were laughing at them, but the Vikings didn't give up. They battled back, scoring and stopping the Colts until they tied the game, pushing it to overtime. They ended up making one of the biggest comebacks ever. With that win, the Vikings showed they're the true kings of the North at US Bank Stadium. Greg Joseph, as cool as Minnesota ice. Now, speaking of dominating performances, back in 2009, the Patriots shocked everyone against the Titans. They not only won, but crushed them. Tom Brady in particular was on fire. He threw 5 touchdown passes in just 1 quarter, tying the record. This wasn't just a win. It felt like the Titans were taken apart. The Patriots were unstoppable. Yet, while they celebrated victory, another team was about to face a challenging season. The 2017 season was rough for the Cleveland Browns. Throughout the season, they struggled with injuries, leading them to an 0-16 record. Worst ever. Interestingly, despite the media mocking them, the fans held a parade. This event had mixed reactions, with some players even saying it was in bad taste. Supporters believed it was a message to the team's management to make changes. A tough time for Browns fans for sure. And if you thought the Browns season was tough, take a look at the Buccaneers. Speaking of tough times, remember the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 1976? That year, they lost all 14 games and scored an average of only 8 points per match. They hoped for a turnaround the following season, even drafting top players, but they started with 12 straight losses. In 2 years, they had 26 losses. However, after finally securing 2 wins, they celebrated like they won the championship. Transitioning from wins to expenditures, let's delve into the world of Super Bowl commercials. Did you think $200,000 cleats were expensive? Let's talk big money. Super Bowl commercials are famous for their high costs, usually around $6 million for 30 seconds. But in 2020, Amazon went big, spending $16.8 million on a 90-second ad. That's the priciest Super Bowl commercial ever. Now, from record-breaking spends to record-breaking plays, meet Jerome Baker. Having the record for the largest sack in NFL history is nothing new for Jerome Baker. Let us try to explain. Jerome Baker wriggled free of Chiefs' opponent and began pursuing Patrick Mahomes down the field during their game. Up until Jerome sacked him, that is. The NFL record for the longest sack was just shattered by that 30-yard tackle. That's probably the best sack we've seen all year. Speaking of extremes, from the longest sack to the shortest player. But we're switching gears from the long to the short because we have to discuss the NFL's smallest player. The NFL has featured some of the world's largest men, but it has also featured some diminutive athletes. The height we are referring to is 5'7". Maurice Jones-Drew, Jacques Rogers, who stands at only 4'5". Only Jack Shapiro at 5 feet and 1 inch was noticeably shorter than the rest of the team. This guy is officially the shortest player in NFL history, and he played for the league from 1929 to 1932. Oh man, when are we finally going to learn to enjoy the simple things? And while Jack showcased skill in a small package, Raheem flaunted his lightning speed. Raheem Mostert may be the fastest NFL player of all time, but his speed belies his diminutive stature. See, in 2020, Raheem got the ball and ran 80 yards against the Jets in just 10 seconds. Raheem, are you serious? The 23.09 miles per hour he hit is the fastest speed ever recorded by a player. But while Raheem boasts speed, another player boasts a treasure trove of records. However, what if I told you that there's one player who's accumulating a record number of victories? That's because all of Tom Brady's records are virtually unbeatable. This guy has been setting records from the get-go, becoming the only player to win 5 Super Bowl MVP awards and the only player in league history to defeat every other team. In fact, he holds the record for most Pro Bowl appearances with 15. Sure, he was a man of many talents. He's been to 10 Super Bowls for crying out loud. A single game, however, established Tom Brady as the greatest quarterback of all time. You may recall that with only 17 minutes left in Super Bowl 51 in 2017, Tom and the Patriots were trailing by a score of 28-3, and if it had been any other group, they would have given up. Tom threw 2 touchdown passes in the fourth quarter to pull the Patriots even, after they had trailed by a touchdown late in the third. Within a short 17-minute span, the Patriots scored 25 points. As the game entered overtime, Tom accomplished what no one thought was possible. He led his team to a miraculous comeback victory. But he didn't stop there. Tom ended up shattering both the Super Bowl passing completion and yardage records. Brady has set so many records, it's ridiculous. The NFL is full of amazing moments and players, from the fastest runners to those who've achieved the impossible. These aren't just numbers, but stories of hard work, excitement, and sometimes pure chance. They show the love and effort players put into the game. As fans, these stories make us excited for each new game, wondering what will happen next. Whether it's a short-lived moment or a long-lasting legacy, every part of the NFL is special and unforgettable.